please join me in providing an applause for the presentation of the Crimea Medal of the December 1854 to Jitendra Bissessur.
So let me introduce Mr. Jitendra. He is the Chief Executive Officer of Mauritius Investment Corporation, the official sovereign wealth fund of Mauritius. Experienced director with a demonstrated history of working in central banking and monetary policy. Skilled in analytical skills, economic research, banking, econometrics, and asset management. Strong business development professional with a Master of Science focused in economics from University of Mauritius. Ladies and gentlemen, we consider it a great privilege to be accompanied by Mr. Jitendra Bissessur on stage this evening. He is the CEO of the Mauritius Investment Corporation and has an extensive experience of working in central banking and monetary policy. We look forward to have a wonderful session of learning through him. Welcome to Good Talks.
Thank you, sir.
At what point during your childhood did you develop an interest in numbers and the flow of money leading to pursue degrees in mathematics, statistics, and economics?
Must be my teacher. She was so good looking. I think she got me interested into the maths. Or let me put it, the Mauritian education system puts you into learning 4 or 5 core subjects, right? Maths, English, French. At that time, they used to call it geography. And an Indian language, depending on where you stand. So maths was always there as part of the curriculum. And even when we grew into secondary education, maths was considered compulsory until GCE level, what you call the 12th.
Is the Mauritius education system good in mathematics?
Yes, I would say we encourage 3 major subjects to be taken at least until the GCE level or the Cambridge School certificates. And they are maths, English, and French. So that gives us a sense of being bilingual as well as give us a sense of loving maths for the sake of numbers.
So you started with the statement, Mauritius is a multicultural. As one of its ambassadors today, could you tell us why it's so important to meet and engage with people from diverse background and perspectives?
We Mauritians are living, and we're still living, in an arena of multiculturalism. So our neighbors are either from different communities, Christians, Muslims, Chinese, and we have public holidays dedicated to each culture. So we are very well acquainted with the cultural lives of all the communities. And growing up in such a community makes us multicultural and easily to integrate into the global society. So that gives us a good pathway to integrate and to interact.
Looking back on your formative years, if there was one thing that could have done differently, what would it be?
Well, I'm that kind of person who lives with no regrets. So to be really bold to you, I think I am what I am today. And I have become, through the integration of the work, right, what I am. I strongly believe in team work, in sharing and mentoring. So I would say that I have had very good mentors, my previous bosses, as well as my current bosses, who are very encouraging and trying to make us very diverse.
Are there any specific areas of social issue that you feel passionate about addressing through your philanthropic efforts? Why are those issues particularly important to you?
I would say, I think we mentioned, The founder chairman of MIC is Lord Desai, and heard him talk about poverty today gives me, I'm just subscribing to his views. So I believe into helping the poor, not helping the poor like Vivek said yesterday, Vivek Oberoi, through monetary thing, but helping in terms of bringing your own support. So how you groom a kid, or how you groom even a young professional, makes you a different person, trying to show them to respect every values in society. We come from a society that is diverse, so we end up by valuing everyone and acknowledging the contribution of all and one into the economic prosperity.
I would like to ask some specific question related to Mauritius, your
Sure.
country. According to the World Risk Report, Mauritius is the 13th country in the risk that is most prone to the effects of climate change. How do you and others who have constantly thinking about the future of the country think businesses can adopt and contribute to the well-being of the affected population with all the circumstances going on?
You're absolutely right. I think in terms of being a small island economy, and it's a small island, right? So surrounded by water. So the first area of attack is beach erosion, right? So once the land gets eroded, this is the first area, and this is where I think the government has been very proactive in terms of first building around infrastructure, meaning building to solidify the coast, helping out the fishermen in terms of providing them with adequate support and training and communication for them to know what's to do, what's not to do. It's also being because banning of plastic into the country. So today we have a country that is plastic free. This all helps to make all the people home aware of the risk that we face and how we should be mitigating those risks. High on the agenda of the government, and I think our Prime Minister's commitment is to believe and to lead into making Mauritius a sustainable and green society.
Thank you. What are the pressing global concerns and potential strategies to secure a prosperous and thriving future for Mauritius?
Well, we all aware, we talk about the climate change. I think climate change is something that's going to bite everyone. The geopolitics of it, I think being a very small open economy, it becomes very important to remain tightrope walking so that you get everybody on your side, and trying to remain neutral.
So Mauritius is a beautiful country, right?
Indeed. Mark Twain said it's a paradise.
I know everyone in India want to go for a honeymoon to Mauritius.
You must welcome
The first destination is for everything. So do you have a preferable, natural, beautiful place other than Mauritius? Or you would like to call something called a natural wonder?
We have what's very unique to Mauritius, a place where you can see the 7 different colors of earth. And these are earth, meaning Mauritius is a volcanic formation. So these different colors of earth show you the pathway into the different volcanic formation. So that's very unique to Mauritius.
So everyone is welcome to Mauritius?
Everybody is welcome. It's an open country. Everybody can walk in and find a niche.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us applaud the wonderful Mr. Jitendra Bissessur. Thank you, sir, for sharing your wisdom and knowledge.
Thank you.
It has been a pleasure and privilege to have you on the Good Talks.